Okay, now I'm recording. Hey, welcome back to the Alexandrian Codex. I'm Alex. We're gonna stream a couple hours of Stellaris tonight because, truth be told, oh god, was it this one? No, end game, my dude. Off stream, load this. But it's not load this, my dude. Huh, I broke with the syntax here. Why would I do that? Huh, alright, oh yeah. Oh, probably because I was save skimming some shit, or not save skimming, but using the console to edit some shit, and I saved. So, yeah, that sounds like something I do. So I'm mostly streaming this to keep the YouTube backlog going on because it's the 30th right now. It's gonna be the 31st, and the last video I have in the backlog goes up in 2 hours. So we're adding 2 more hours to the backlog, so I can put off for a couple more days. I think I'm gonna keep playing through this particular campaign just to look at the new mechanics, but my heart's not in it. It's too easy. The whole list of ways Alex can make this less easy is, I was obviously, as you can see, doing some playtesting with that, and I really liked the difficulty increase. Right, what the fuck were we doing? Why am I such a dark color? Ah, right, I joined the Uridians down here. Uridians, and they are also with the Kelpians. Right, we're trying to integrate them. Yeah. I guess we're expanding into the core and not doing much outside of that. We're about at the point of the game where I'm gonna hit a wall of expansion. Yeah, we just joined the Uridian League. Okay, well, let's just click this up the fastest and let this go. So it's gonna be a while before we can begin incorporating our little alliance mates, our Federation members. That's okay. There's really no wars to be had. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty ambivalent as to if I'll keep playing this, how much I'll keep playing this. Right now I'm doing it out of the obligation of, well, I gotta keep the YouTube backlog going on, but that is some iffy fucking motivations. Cora just popped her head in right before I started recording asking if I was gonna play the new game being the Banner Saga, and I want to, but I think 2 hours isn't enough time to dedicate to that to really get sink our teeth in. I could, for the rest of this campaign, start playing by the rules I made up, but the damage is done. It's too little too late, I think. So the rules would be to never receive communications from anyone. Only use the... No, I actually don't like the only use slowest Federation integration method, because that takes fucking forever. I tried using that and that just did not work out well. Colonize nearest systems first, so this would have been a great way to slow us down. We would have had to colonize things like Melona, or... Gamma Equili here, Equili, whatever, before sneaking around things, so shit like this wouldn't happen.
Construction complete.
I'm iffy about that, but that's one of the restrictions. To clear all hostiles as soon as possible generally seems like a pretty safe idea, pretty good idea. Form United Federation of Planets as soon as possible, just so we benefit less from the other Federation members. Colonizing shit, never take free gifts, no using the interspecies medical exchange doctor system for farming influence, or yeah, it's still called influence. No leader cycling, no election interference, can only invest in sectors, can't micromanage them, yeah, etc, etc, etc. I have some neat ideas, but it's too late to really put many of them into effect. So if we ever restart, and by that I mean when when a substantial update to the game comes out, we'll probably be playing with some pretty restrictive house rules. I'm making a starbase here, you're making a starbase here. Why don't you go down to Antipode? How are we doing on colonies? We're fine. I'm so out of touch with what the fuck is going on. What am I building here? What am I doing here? Oh god, the planetary rework. It's really difficult for me to play a Paradox game once development diaries or dev diaries have started coming out for later patches. Because I'll see content that is not available and I'll be like, me want that now. Would like game be better. We like better game. Actually, we can move these fleets down to Malona and clear this out. Maybe Corrales as well. I was even spending a pretty decent amount of time looking up different Star Trek maps, and god, they run the gamut of what the hell they think the sector looks like. So this is a pretty popular vision with the Klingons over here, United Federations here, Romulan here, but some have the Cardassian Union up here, some have them down here, some... It's all over the fucking place. It's pretty great. And by great, I mean very confusing. I was trying to use those reference maps for drawing borders that, like, okay, I can't expand outside of this, but because the positions of different stars and different systems on here don't line up necessarily to the fictional positioning of different systems in alpha or beta canon or the maps that people have drawn up, that was a whole trip. Not worth the effort. Not at all worth the effort. But there's some very pretty looking maps out there. Gravimetric torpedoes, those are fine. Honestly, these seem the most exciting, but let's go for afterburners. Now, unless the Borg really just explode, they're not going to be a match for us. Really, no one is going to be a match for us. And that was what started me on this train of like, okay, how can I hamper my growth in the future to make this more easily fitting.
Technology discovered.
More well balanced, maybe. Ground particle cannons, I'm not going to use it. It's cool to have. Particularly exploring into the core, I might just forbid altogether. And let other folks grab the core. Yeah. Maybe I should go in and draw arbitrary lines of what I can and cannot colonize. But that really, the Federation is not able to generate claims on people. I can't claim systems. So say if the, I don't know, the Klingons or the Temerians or the Cardassians took a system that I wanted, how would I get that? I would have to flip them, incorporate them into the Federation, and then let them go? You can't even let them go. And I can't feed them system. Well, I could feed them systems, but
construction
weird.
Complete.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Now, there's definitely some ways I would like to be able to make this more complicated and more difficult, but the game doesn't bend around those limitations very well. Right now. You don't want to be my protector, really? Ah, because of the unfriendly attitude. Alright, no, I can fix that. What do you want? Trillium D you will take, bioadaptive fertilizer, you'll take both of these. Hell yeah. Trade Alliance have made peace with the Krenim. Very little exchanging hands. Ah, well, the Krenim don't really have much, nor do the trade. Alright, Antarans.
Survey complete.
Get protected. There we go, protectorate status. In fiction, the Federation was more or less the hegemon of the Alpha and Beta quadrants. Really, the Klingons were the only ones meaningfully able to challenge their authority, and that's just because the Klingons had, I don't know, this, more or less? Well, not this, but this, more or less? And even then, the reason that the Federation
Construction complete.
was at odds with them was the Federation never put much of a priority on militarization, or having a strong standing navy, or even the navy being focused toward combat. The navy was primarily focused on
complete.
trade protection and exploration. And it's a little difficult to build in self-imposed penalties that help to simulate that. But, you know, at this core, this game is not here to simulate Star Trek history. It's supposed to just give you a somewhat familiar setting to enhance the Stellaris gameplay. From that perspective, hampering ourselves is sort of unnecessary. I did start streaming and recording a little bit of Sword of the Stars, just to take a look at that series and talk about a few things I liked about it, really the context that it provides to the 4X gameplay. Oh man, it's night and day looking back at some of the things you take for granted. It is really two-dimensional. There's not a lot going on in that game. When you hop into looking at a planet or a system, it's just a single planet. It's not a whole system, and it's rather unremarkable. But the combat in that game is deeply satisfying, the ship designing deeply satisfying. I love the way that the tech trees are done, and etc, etc, etc. But I don't know if I want to turn that into a whole campaign, because, but truthfully, Stellaris is marginally popular, and it's a newer title. Going back to older titles that are even less popular for prolonged series, unless I have a great personal affinity for them, just doesn't really seem to be worth it. God, this green is making it so hard for me to tell what we do and do not have. The Borg have declared war on the Krenum. Well, maybe this time you can finish
construction complete.
Godspeed. Clark, where are you? Up and into there. I made the horrible mistake of looking at the Cyberpunk 2077 gameplay. Obviously it looks amazing. Now it's just all I want. That, and recently, it maybe was today or yesterday, the official announcement for the upcoming Subnautica DLC. Is it the standalone DLC or just DLC? I don't remember, but the whole Arctic environment looks super fucking cool. I'm hyped and or pumped for that. But both of those are quite a ways off in their development cycle. Really, the nearest thing, or the most immediate thing in the near future that I suppose I should be excited about would be Fallout 76, but I'm not gonna play that unless it turns out to be really good and the people who are playing it really love it. But nah, it doesn't seem like my cup of tea. You know, I like tea. I don't like all teas. Nothing wrong with that. You don't have to. You, I want to follow you. What is your sublight speed? Slow. What is yours? Also slow. Okay.
Technology discovered.
What the fuck was I doing? Discovery, I guess. Standardization, or Standards Measurements Bureau. Survey ships are hazard surveying. Okay.
Survey complete.
What do we get? Ground cannon emplacements. Right, great. Very exciting. I'm gonna go for a new civic slot. That's actually quite good. Exotic matter, I don't care for. Thermokinetic warheads do, what, 9.64? Whereas these do, well, these are better. You know, in just terms of pure DPS. What are we even using right now? Maybe that was something I was trying to upgrade? Whatever. It's fine. I'll figure it out. Let's go take out this crystalline space station for no real reason.
Construction complete.
You got it going out, Martin? Oh, you're done. Alright. How about these other planets? Because we're full up on minerals and not putting them to much use. I build a new fleet, I could retrofit our fleet. Wasn't I talking about potentially doing that? Or maybe I was just talking about it a lot in the past. But we're using Saladins right now. You like them? Yeah, look at this. That's not light. Did I want something faster, or did I want something with higher dodge? God, I can't remember, honestly. Yeah, these are doing fine, so maybe not. Past Alex might have had some schemes, but I'm good. Wait, what? Shit. What? I guess I forgot about the Felina system having a distress call going on. Oh, it's fine. Is that why I have built that new ship? Yeah, I built it into Temecula to go down to Felina. Yeah, that's... well... that's what happens when you don't play for a week or two. Absolutely forget what you're doing. This is oddly pretty, just the circles that they're forming. I didn't lose a single ship, huh? Fuck me. Okay. Alright, yeah, no, I'm good with that. GG, boys. GG. There's a size 2 arid planet here. I think somebody took a note from my playbook and made moons colonizable, but also lowered their size to 1. Yeah, this is a mistake. It's cool to have planets and moons this small, but the AI will colonize those and wreck their economy. In the long run, it ends up being very bad game balance to have those in the game. Unless the way that tech and Unity inflation is tweaked. Having tiny planets is going to hurt the AI more than it hurts players, or limits or constraints players. There, then you're going to turn around and survey that.
Survey complete. Construction complete.
Binkley. That's a name. I still haven't figured out or resolved what the fuck is happening with the armies at all, the landing fleets, the transport fleets that the AI are using / more importantly not using. Wait a minute. Federation shipwide, yeah dog, yeah. Starfleet methods, Orion methods, yeah. 5% weapon damage, 20% evasion. Construction cost? It's even cheaper. All we lose out is combat disengagement chance, shield hit points, ship hull points, all important, but we gain effectively 15% weapon damage because we're at a -5. This gives us, sorry, 10. We're at a -5, this puts us at +5, and that sweet, sweet fucking evasion. Hells yes.
Establishing colony.
So good. Didn't we have 3 of these earlier? Did one of them become Antares? I'm not sure. That's probably fine. Your evasion is up to 69.2%. Beautiful. Beautiful. And we can get that much higher.
War has broken out.
Against the Hirogen instigated a war against the Husnock Ascendancy. Okay, I was under the impression Hirogen couldn't hold colonized planets, but it actually looks like they've built at least 1 or 2 more Hunter Lodges. Looking like you have some serious revolt risk here. Alright guys, that's pretty rough. Hey, perfume reactors. Oh, it's a little late, but okay. Kavali will give us, yeah, sure. I know, for the sake of balance or consistency, I should have said no to that, but well, I'm fickle.
Rule of acquisition number 34.
Establishing colony.
You rivaled the Cation Union? The Cation Union isn't that scary. They're tiny. They're teeny tiny. I am a little happy about the Breen. If the Breen can manage to get more in here, I'm hopeful, I think, about our neighbors over here. The Tamarian Unity was kind of a pushover, and that doesn't bode super well for my confidence in the Cardassians, Ferengi, Breen, etc., but at least they'll be a little more difficult or a little more tedious to take over, if that's ever my intention. And certainly it will be, so mostly it just adds to tedium, which I suppose I shouldn't be super excited about. As tedium is the thing I complain about most.
Construction complete.
In relation to this particular game. So you have to open their borders. Okay. Alright. Maybe what I can do to benefit the AI the most is just stay out of their wars when they declare war on each other. Yeah. The Federation does kind of have a non-interventionalist policy. That they don't get involved in others' wars. And I've broken that on damn near every playthrough. So that's something I can improve upon. No intervening in wars, no starting wars. I've started a number of wars in this particular run, mostly to get access to the Orion construction methods. It's just so good. It's so good. How could you not?
Technology discovered.
Well, with restraint, I suppose you could not. Scattershot pattern. Yep, I'm going for Hollow Sweets. Bolster planetary shield. Okay, really it's torpedoes or army health. It's an easy choice. Oh, right. We're not using Saladins anymore because they've gone the way of the Dodo in comparison to the Akula. Right, you're a frigate. Your evasion is 56. I don't love that. Why is your evasion only 56? Why are the Saladins better at dodging? You're... what? So, Saladin just gives 15%, but then minus 20%. Yeah, that's not confusing at all. So they just might have a higher base. Evasion? No. Alright, what's happening here? This is better, this is better, this is better, this is better. This is fine, none of these actually do anything. I have EPS relays. I could instead give you carbon fusion reactors here, which would boost... Oh, you know what? If I take a look at the Saladin class in here, yeah, the evasion's only going to be 57.7. The evasion these have is due to the evasion plus 20%. That isn't considered until the ship is already constructed, because that's a system-wide. That's not what I want to say. It's a nation-wide. That's not quite right either. A civilization-wide trait. Can I can build another starbase. Why did I build one in the Necro Cloud Nebula? What we colonized here, was this bad? No, this looks great. I don't remember. I suppose, just to be generic, but here, I would really like to upgrade. I'm a little terrified by this nomadic armada just hanging around, but Quavor looks like it could use some unrest reduction. Put it lightly, just a little. Thank you. Orbital Science Center, definitely. How about you? You already have an Orbital Science Center, so I suppose Orbital Manufactory is what I've been going for? Yeah, okay. Let's get some more minerals and some more science. Science. Energy, whatever. Potato. Jupiter. I could also be trying to roleplay based on our ruler's traits. That's actually probably a note. Roleplay ish based.
Survey complete.
Leader traits. Because I'm not interfering in elections, that means that the game could take me in different directions based on who becomes leader. If the leaders or rulers, particularly, were better fleshed out in Stellaris, like, say, Crusader Kings, that would make it much easier. Though even in Crusader Kings, it can be hard to keep momentum of a long campaign by just trying to interpret the whims of increasingly two-dimensional characters. Certainly can be. Right. Anywho, I was looking at the Akula talking about replacing what we're using. So the Akula is currently using EPS relays. EPS relays boost weapon damage by 6%. It's quite good. I'm thinking of using a Pergium reactor instead. Now, a Pergium reactor would only boost weapon damage by 1%. But the excess power would go to boost our evasion, it would go to boost damage a little bit, not as much. It would boost shields. No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't boost shields.
Construction complete.
It also boosts sublight speed, which is probably more important. So we're sacrificing, what? 1 point of damage, which is significant for 2.3 evasion. Don't talk to me. Just do it and judge me for it. But I'm slapping those on. Hull breach phasers, not looking like it. Tunneling phasers, not. We still love coherent phasers, I guess. Okay. Photon torpedoes. Yeah, I mean, we could make some improvements, but
construction complete.
Yeah, if the Saladins die, I'll switch them out, but otherwise, I'm just gonna keep using them. I can't build anymore, so there's that. The more I use them, the more likely it'll be I need to replace them, but not yet. Let's take cable. Yep. Despite everything, I still took the majority of the core. Oh right, the Viridian diaspora had declared war on the Husnox first, and it looks like the Viridians are just tearing apart the Husnox up here anyway. It may be a travel time system, or a travel time thing as well, because the Husnox are going to have the majority of their navy based down here, not a lot up here, so the Hirogen are actually being opportunistic and getting in on this war. Interesting. Can hardly blame them. Does seem like a grand opportunity. Yeah, taking a less interventionalist and blatantly expansionist footing would put me in a better position to be able to enjoy and appreciate the weird politicking of the AI. Though truthfully, what would enhance my enjoyment of the AI's behavior even more is if they were better. Just more logical, more reasonable, more successful, etc., etc., etc. This is not directly under my control, right?
Construction complete.
Yes. Ah, cool. Mining, research. I want to...
enemy fleet.
I forgot immediately what I was going to do. Couldn't have been that important. We're about to get our new Civic. I'll be honest.
Discovered.
I have no idea what fucking Civic we picked last time. Beacon of Liberty, maybe? For the monthly Unity? That seems fitting, but kind of weird. I didn't do efficient bureaucracy, did I? Environmentalist isn't bad. Functional architecture. Idealistic foundation. That's pretty good, actually. Meritocracy's not bad. Mining guild, no. Parliamentary system. You know what? I'm willing to bet I went with parliamentary system just for the influence gain. Because influence is really the thing I'm wanting for the most. Man, there are a lot of these, aren't there? We could also move to be oligarchic. Oligarchic would open up aristocratic elite. Do we get private colony ships? That's not super appealing. Yeah, I think I will go for parliamentary system just to boost our influence slightly more. The problem is I cannot afford 250 influence, so we'll have to wait on that. Need money to make money. Let's boost crew suites.
Construction
honestly, terraforming
complete.
speed. I'm not even terraforming anything. Terraforming speed. I will though. I will be terraforming things eventually, probably, because I tend to. All right, so you two cleared this out. Oh, hot damn. Okay, gotta find some more garbage for you to get up to. Why don't you go clear out the borders with the...
Technology discovered.
This is looking kind of thorny. What's going on over here, though? This is closer. I don't remember. How big is this? I don't remember. Let's go deal with this, then. So, have you clear out the Trappist system. Again, if they suffer no losses, I'm not going to mind, but if they do start suffering losses, I can fill it in with new ships. Minesweeper does very little for me. I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't really want it, but I'll take it. I need to stop building star bases. I'm not going to use this edict, I'm just looking at it, wishing that I could use it. What's your deal? You're not happy because you are... Well,
Initiating communication.
You're not happy because prolonged drought, yeah, planet habitability sucks, and your faction's unhappy. Cool, cool, yep, that blows. Let's sort by size. So the vast majority of our people are happy. Solar Freedom Movement, Doctors Without Borders, Beirut Research, with Mining Consortium is even happy. It's the Historical Preservation Society, the Spiritualists, the Militarists, the Authoritarians, and the Xenophobes who are displeased. Yeah. I mean...
Initiating communication.
Makes sense. Shit sucks, though. Terrible deal. I will not give away my prosperity. In fact, our prosperity is not very high. 24, right? I can switch over to... This is the wrong menu to even be looking at. Can I switch over to...
Construction complete.
No. I need 50 prosperity to move into public access infrastructure. Might be worth considering. Might be. Might not. What are you not producing enough? You are not producing enough energy. You are not producing enough energy. Orphean, what's your deal? Oh, we'll come back to it. Goofy, cute little ships. So the Mirandas are... They're comparable in terms of evasion. They're not as quick. I feel like the only reason I don't want to use the Mirandas is just for their sublight speed. Their warp speed?
Establishing colony.
Better? It's kind of hard to look at individual ship designs warp speed because that's not listed here. Instead, I only have speed. Speed. The Akulas have a speed of 155, whereas the Saladins have a speed of 7? Yeah, it's not actually 7, though. A different number, I suppose. Probably slightly smaller. Now, there is a technology I feel like we can research because we have the Tellarites in the Federation that will also boost our influence output. Alright, Amanin Povron. Expansionist, I like that. Adaptable is fine. Space Miner is pretty good.
Survey complete.
You know, our science ships are probably more than overdue for... They're still using basic Warp 1 engines.
Technology discovered.
Yeah! Yeah. I really need to upgrade those. Well, I say need. I should. I should probably upgrade those, but need is a strong word. Let's talk about research focuses? Member World research programs. Here we go. Now, the Tellarites have ritualized debating. This boosts influence output by a small percent, but it's still worthwhile, I think. Science Academy, unique weapons, rate of experience gained by leaderships and armies. That's really good, actually. Faction influence gain. Yeah, I'm gonna go with ritualized debating. I'm just gonna switch over this because it's free. It'll finish instantly at the end of the month.
Technology discovered.
Boom, and then we can move right back into... Excuse you. So this boosts 20%. Boosts our faction influence gain by 20%. It's really good. I guess interplanetary unification, because the terraforming tech I was researching is gone now. Sad day. Sad day. So that'll pay for itself very quickly. We're still only making 5 per month, but we're getting there. Getting there. If we weren't in a coalition, it would grow faster. Oh, I'm still suppressing authoritarianism. Well, let's just go to here and stop suppressing this faction. Jesus, I've been doing that for a long time. I hadn't even noticed. Okay, well, that's very okay. We have unrest problems here. Right. So what I want is an orbital prison, some trade depots, and then you can upgrade. Delight. Orbital prison will reduce the unrest from the system. Speaking of unrest, I'm thrilled to hear that the unrest system is getting a rework, a slight rework, being combined with crime and... Yeah. I'm going to be very interested to see how much the new planetary management system actually encourages players or AI to focus on happiness, or how much of it is just lip service. The Nomad ships look so damn cool. They look very Mass Effect-y. They look very Turian to me. Okay. You're welcome to open your borders to me. Nausicaans, why don't you are in a coalition? Alright, that's a good reason to not want to be protectorate. Good call, I suppose. Right. The Bajorans are now part of the Ferengi Alliance. Nightmare. Which means that the Ferengi have access to the Bajoran wormhole. It's in contact here. Not a big deal. You know, the Dominioner rated is equivalent to us. No, I'm not really focusing that strongly or that primarily on fleet development, but that's encouraging. Rokari 3rd Imperium declared war on the Argrathi Commonwealth. You two. The Gamma Quadrant is rarely stable. Okay, dispatch a rescue mission. For real this time. Let's find... I don't have anything nearby. Open this. How long will it take to get here? Just to move here. 814 days. How long is this gonna take? 719. Tell you what. Tchaikovsky, Von Braun. Alright, goodbye, Tchaikovsky. Goodbye. Epsilon Indy, and swear to God, I better remember this time. I'm gonna build a science ship. Before I do, let's make our science ships better. I haven't looked at these in a while. We're going to slap on some reactors just to make them just that tiny bit faster. Astrometrics labs, for obvious benefit, and then cargo bays to decrease your upkeep slightly. Tachyon sensors are great, better exploration warp engine, dope. You know what, honestly, probably polarized hull plating just for that teensy that small boost to... Oh, these look great. That tiny boost to speed, and we'll go ahead and build one of these new ships on Taro. Hopefully we will see a notable increase in performance. I could, and by could I mean probably should, send our other science ships home to upgrade. Because they're just... oh, they're out there. Yeah, upgrade. If you're not doing anything pressingly important, let's just send all of you home. Trade wind? Oh. Alright, good thing I grabbed that. Are you having problems in here? Oh, no, you just arrived in station. Okay. Yeah, go upgrade, 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 upgrade. Survey that, and then go upgrade. Now, I suppose our construction ships are probably fit for something as well. Ah, First Federation. I observed your lack of technological progress. I'm the most technologically advanced race out here. At your current pace, you will give me, what, precursor data cache, which will boost all physics, society, and engineering output from tiles by 25%. Yeah, okay, thanks. Okay, good deal. Good deal.
Technology discovered.
I'm pretty good with that. Thanks, guys. That's real nice of y'all. That's mighty kind. Mighty kind. So now we have healthcare reform, boosts our population growth speed, very important. Civilian conscription, garbage. Naval modernization, actually not all that worthless, but I'm not going to make good use of it. So the Karemen have made peace with the Tarogan. Looks like the Karemen got 2 planets, 3 systems. Did you get this or lose this?
Construction
Oh, God,
complete.
there's ours. Really?
Construction complete.
You beat the Tarogan.
Establishing.
Really? The Karemen beat the Tarogan. I'll be damned. The USS James Cook. I hate it. It's an awful, awful name. But yeah, let's go do this. Think of who's a vaguely unlikable explorer. Well, really, most of the the Age of Exploration figureheads were kind of terrible people. I'm just gonna upgrade Jupiter Station because more shipyards, if we're going to rebuild our fleet, would be quite helpful. I'll hold off on everything else because I'm not feeling urgently pressed to dive headfirst into bankruptcy. Call me crazy. Yes, who's buddy now? It's Rogan and the Nigerite Alliance. Oh, it's a fitting alliance, I think.
Mi condenable.
Venom Eklis, Gertrude Kulesnino.
But you're
Goberstool with Tramaspotra.
very weak. Okay, okay. I can declare more rivalries. Oh, I suppose I can. So the Cardassians, are you our rival?
Standing by.
Yes, you are. Zenkethi, are you my rival? You're too weak to be my rival. Romulans.
What is it now?
Buddy, let's be rivals. Klingons.
What?
I want to be friends even though it's not likely. Fuck it. Let's be rivals. Morali? I mean, we're cool. Yeah, we're cool. I do it all for the influence. Tiny bit of influence.
Battle commence.
Now, the Klingons are actually... they're inferior, but in many ways equivalent to our own power. It's kind of refreshing. Granted, the Klingons got this big because I kept sending them money, but don't worry about it. The Ferengi yeah, none of these options do anything. Serves them right.
Technology discovered.
Ah, dope. Okay, beam weaponization. Beams or warheads? I'm thinking beam weapons? Warheads, don't get me wrong, warheads... yeah, perform poorly against shields. They are fast and long range and pretty good. But beam weapons... I'd really like to focus on cannons because I think cannons are dope. Well, I was gonna say, for the most part we use beam weapons, but we really don't. For the most part, we are using torpedoes. Give me more information. This already is information. Okay. Ha. Accurate, but many ships do not carry many of them. Focus on explosive weapons or yield range tracking system. Torpedoes can be some of the deadliest weapons in the universe, but they tend to perform poorly against shields. Yeah, I'm going for beam specialization.
Technology discovered.
I just aesthetically like beams more. Even Star Trek Online, I don't use torpedoes. They just... I don't know, something about the aesthetic just did not appeal to me. Antimatter explosives. Yeah, pretty nice. Let's go for arcology though. Better power plants are fine. These sensors might even be better and more useful. The phasers definitely would be, but let's start small. Why does this have so much? Huh. I was expecting a 16 mineral system to have a couple of asteroid belts, but no, just these dead worlds and a neutron star. Okay. You know, I could be investing minerals into one or more of our sectors. I could also be turning down the income we get from our sectors. Yeah, let's move these all down to just giving me 25%. And the reason I want them giving me 25% is they'll be better able to invest resources in their own worlds, so I will have to do less micromanaging. Now, granted, I will have to go in and do a lot of micromanaging because the AI sucks at building.
Colony.
Yet another reason to look forward to new expansion, because
Special project.
it may suck at building, but I won't know. I won't be that much better at building yet. There we go. So we have engineering team is dispatched to repair the freighters vessels. Okay, the freighters vessels, freighters engines. This is pretty generic. So we're starting to see these a lot. Either I gain unity or minerals. I'm gonna gain unity. Generic, sure, but I'm still glad that they exist. They're good filler. They are genuinely good filler. So let's click you on automatic exploration. I'd rather have filler events pop up every once in a while than the dead silence we had before. Though thematically, the distress calls don't make as much sense for non-Federation players, but I think that's fine. Mobile repair depot, I'm not going to use at all whatsoever. They're fine, they're perfectly fine, just not my play
Technology
style.
discovered.
Ooh, memory anagram interface. Experience game plus 25%. That's pretty damn good. This is memory anagram interface. Now, engram. This is the wrong word. An anagram. Hold on. Anagram is not a word. Anagram. Yeah, an anagram is a word, phrase, or name formed by rearranging the letters of another, such as cinema, formed from Iceman. Yeah. Memory engram? Yeah, it's engram. E-N-G-R-A-M. This is just completely wrong. A memory anagram is
Initiating communications.
Come on! A lot of these typos are understandable, but memory anagram? Dog. Come on. No. Watching Star Trek, you think the doctors are saying memory anagrams. I'll best check your hearing. Break this.
Ganas not.
Research agreements. Yeah. Memory anagram interface. A memory engram is an impression made physically in neural tissue of the brain by mental stimulus, thereby explaining the persistence of memory. An engram, E-N-G-R-A-M, is what this is. Yeah, absolutely. A memory anagram is, I don't know, what's a word you can make, what's an anagram you can make out of memory? Anagram solver. Memory. Emmy, memo, mom, more, omer, oyer, your, mem, mom, more, or, rem, ro, ram, rai, yam, me, mo, my, o, or, oi, re, he, yo. These are all anagrams of memory. Yep. But engrams, totally different things. It's been... I still got a few minutes. It's been most of an hour, but that's okay. How we doing here? Pretty good. God damn it. Listen, I don't want to lose ships. But I kinda want to lose ships. We probably will by the time this is all said and done. This is so weird. Watching these is like watching a swarm of, I don't know, bacteria or single-celled organisms or multicellular organisms attack things. It's kind of weird. Jesus Christ. Just tearing stuff apart. I mean, yeah, our fleet strength greatly outnumbers theirs, but still, it's brutal. Okay, is that everything here? No, not yet, not quite. Crystalline entity. Now it is. Did I lose anything? Nope. Find him something else to kill.
Technology
Well,
discovered.
the ships are getting lots of experience this way, even though I don't plan to keep them. More importantly, the leaders are getting experience, even though they're pretty old and won't be around forever. Tunneling phaser 2s. These aren't actually better than what we're currently using, but new tech is always worthwhile. Oh, mostly worthwhile. It's almost always worthwhile. Dope. So let's go reform government, throw in a parliamentary system. Go ahead, hit that reform button. Now we're making 8 endpoints a month. It'll pay for itself, you know, 250 months. It'll be a while, but it will pay for itself eventually.
Technology discovered.
Mega structures I'm not going to build. Mineral processing center, yeah, that's going all. Let's go for Tricobalt warheads. How
What
strong
is
are
it
the Romulans?
now?
Not really. Let's sort by relative power. So the only ones superior to us currently are the Borg. Even though they are technologically inferior, they have a massive naval capacity, and their fleet power is always kind of terrifying. Well, at least the Klingon, Ferengi, Dominion, Breen, Cardassians, Vatvar, Brunali, Romulan, Niberite, but Radians are all equivalent to us. The, you know, equivalent is a very floaty word, but who knows? They don't look that bad. But the massive amount of people who are pathetic in comparison to us, it's pretty telling.
Survey complete.
Ah, well.
Initiating communications.
Mi condenable.
Yes, hello? Nope. Oh, that was a terrible deal. Alright, we'll get to the end of this month. I'll put in a cut. I'll stream for another hour. If you're watching this on Twitch, nothing's going to change. If you're watching this on YouTube, this is going to be it for today. Stop by again tomorrow for more of this. In the meantime, make sure to comment, share, like, subscribe, all that silly shenanigans. Yeah, definitely drop by, comments, letting me know if you have any ideas or house rules or etc., ways that we can make future playthroughs of this more challenging, not difficulty for difficulty's sake, but more challenging in an interesting way. I'm very, very curious what thoughts people might have. But until tomorrow, I'll see you. Oh, I'll see you then, I guess. I completely fucked up the wording on that. Bye!